Yes, people. Gooner Gospel TV, and we're back. We're in the building, and yeah, if you could please like, share, subscribe, and look, I'm here, and I'm here with my guy Armchair Gooner. So, look, let's chop it up. We've got the North London derby. It's gonna be interesting. He got some hot takes. I got some hot takes. So, yeah, let's do this, man.
Hey, I'm blocky, but I am here at last.
He's here, mate. He's here. What's going on, mate?
Oh, mate. Oh, I'm still. Do you know what? Do you know why I'm blocky? I'm still buzzing after Wednesday night's result, mate. That's what it is.
Nah.
I was. Do you know? I'm so gutted. Me and my boy had. We won tickets in the ballot for the PSV game, but my work changed my hours, so we had to sell them on. We couldn't go.
Oh,
absolutely gutted. What a game to miss.
That's first game back into the Champions League, man.
Yeah.
Listen, that was a result. That was a big result. It was like we never left.
Just the way I mean, that sounds obvious. We won 4-0, but that was the best we've played this season now as well. And we're because he's got the settled side. It's clicking now, and you can see it start to click.
Yeah.
Yeah. And wasn't it good to see Emil Smith Rowe come on as well, man? It's been far too long.
Well, this is it, you know. Him, Reece Nelson, but yeah, when Smith Rowe came on, the applause.
Oh,
yeah, it felt good, man. It felt good. It felt really good. Did you get to watch the game though?
Yeah, I managed to. I recorded it and watched when I got in. I managed to because I was able to get back in time, but I wouldn't have been able, so with my work changed my hours. I wouldn't have got to the stadium, and I would have missed the beginning, so I weren't having any of that. So so I managed to get back just in time to start watching it. But I mean, from minute one, it was like Arsenal from last season, wasn't it? Just a bit, but just better still.
Yeah. And listen, I think, look, we've been sort of simmering, you know. I think since the season started, we've been simmering, and yeah, we sort of hit boiling point, and yeah, man, I think that result was a good result. Hopefully we can take it into the North London derby. You know what I mean? I know we're gonna get to that. Don't worry, we're gonna get to that because, you know, that's what we're here for. And, it's like, this is the game in the calendar. When you see this game turn up, we're looking for these dates, man.
Mate, do you know what though? It doesn't matter. Even when we had the Invincibles and we had the Henrys and the Bergkamps and everyone like that, and we were by far the more superior team, which I think we are now. Again, I mean, it's difficult to judge with Ange because I haven't really played anyone yet. But I got nervous even back then, even when I knew that we were the better side. And you know, when it's the word, it doesn't matter when it comes round. It's nerve-wracking. I get nervous now. I know it's not till 2:00 on Sunday, and I'm already thinking, oh God, it's Tottenham. It's just that one game, isn't it?
It's because you don't want to lose. It's what it is. Do you know what I mean?
But there's even more riding on it already this season because we're both on the same amount of points.
Yeah, you know? Yeah. Both unbeaten, both on 13 points.
I think there are a couple. Is it 3 goal difference better off than us? I think, aren't they? So if we get a decent little win and close that, you know, push that up as well a bit, that'd be nice as well.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I don't know. I think the way they've been playing, open, attacking, it could play into our hands because look, we're a lot further on in our process, if you want to call it that. We're sort of a lot further on. So
yeah.
I expect us to do the business. What are you expecting on Sunday?
So this is the weird thing, right? So I saw a bit of the presser today for Ange, and I'm going to go on record as well. It's really annoying, but I quite like their manager. I think he's a decent. I don't like the fact that he's there. It's been so easy to hate when they've had Mourinho and Conte and stuff there, isn't it? Because they're just pricks. But when this guy looks like a decent fella, but he's come out and said they're not going to change their style of play. Which why should they? That's what he's trying to instill in the club, and but if they try and attack us the way that PSV, because to be fair, PSV on Wednesday tried to attack us and have a go at us, and we just picked them off. If they come like that, I think we'll do the business. I think it's going to be like a 3-3 or a 5-4 or something. It's going to be one. You remember that crazy game we had at the Lane where we beat them 5-4, and it was just like everyone was scoring. I've got a feeling it's going to be one of those ones.
You reckon it's just going to be gun ho?
Yeah, it's just going to be let's go for it.
Yeah, well, listen, I don't care if it's 10-9. As long as we get them 3 points.
100%. 100%.
I swear, it's going to be exciting, mate.
At least we won't have the nailed on Harry Kane penalty this year. We've got rid of
that. That's one thing that's ended. Hopefully, it's not a nailed on Son penalty.
Oh. And I was saying to my boy earlier on, like, it's one of those games as well where if Saliba and Gabriel can't keep Richarlison quiet, then there's something's gone wrong with the game. Because if they can keep, Saliba in the French league kept Messi quiet. Messi and Mbappe quiet. Yeah. And he's a role. Did you see that bit of skill at PSV where he did the sort of chop and just beat his man? Yeah. And Richarlison, he scored last weekend, didn't he? But he shouldn't be causing Saliba any problems, should he?
No.
But like you say, it's the other players around him. Then it's the Sonnies, isn't it? When he comes into play.
There you go. You've got the Sons. Madison's on fine form.
Yeah, he's looking good for them, isn't he?
Yeah, it's one of them sort of things.
See, what do you think of this? I saw something the other day. I'm not happy with it, but someone I saw yesterday said that they would have rather assigned Maddison than Havertz.
Maddison than Havertz. To be honest with you right now, yes.
Yeah.
If I'm completely honest with you, I would have.
On current form, it's got to be, isn't it?
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough to say that you take someone from that side. But listen, over the years, there's been 1 or 2 players that I have liked from those lot. Yeah, from those lot. Like 1 or 2 players. And Maddison, he's doing the business right now. And I would have taken him. And I still think, well, we're not going to get him now. But I still think even if we got him, he'd still fit into our side with Ødegaard, because I know all that sort of debate happened with everyone sort of getting upset when we got Ødegaard.
All right.
Our fans.
Right.
We should have got Maddison for, 60 million, 65 million, and we got Ødegaard for, 35 million. We're still upset. Now, look, listen, getting on to Ødegaard.
Let's get 5-year contract.
Yes, he's just signed a new deal.
He signed the ting.
He signed the ting. He signed the ting. Listen, I'm so happy about that. I'm so happy about that one. Like, I was watching him the other day and I was thinking, the way he stepped up, he looks like something else right now. Do you know what I mean? He looks like someone else right now.
Yeah, it's
top quality.
So, look, for me, one of the most astonishing things is we brought him for half the money we sold Iwobi for, or something. I think we sold Iwobi for 45, 50 million, didn't we? Something stupid like that.
Yeah, I think 45.
Something like that. And Ødegaard was 29, 30 when he said that. But you look at Ødegaard and like you've just hit the nail on the head. When he first turned up on the loan, you're like, okay, he looks like a decent luxury player. And then the season after that, you think, oh, okay, I can see why he's giving him the armband. He's the sort of he's going to be the focal point. And then this year already, he looks like he's it's going to sound really patronising, but it's like he's become a man. Yeah, he's added that style to his game. And I think the signing of the contract, not only is it brilliant because it means we've got him tied down for 5 years, but it sends a message to the rest of the squad and to any other players that want to come. It's like we're still the young team that you want to be. We're building it all around him. You know, we've got Rice is obviously on a long-term deal. Saka signed his long-term deal at the beginning of the season, didn't he?
Yes.
People are tight. People, they're obviously believing in Arteta and what he wants to get done. And that's a really good sign, isn't it?
Yeah. Gabriel.
Yeah. And that's the other thing about what I was saying about that actually links quite well into Havertz is like you said, people were saying, "Oh, why are we getting a Real Madrid reject on loan and then buying him?" And then they criticised Ramsdale signing him, saying, "Oh, he's a relegation keeper." They criticised Ben White. Those three on their own have turned pretty good, and they, do you know what I mean? So I'm thinking Arteta knows something about Havertz. He can get something out of him. It's just taking a little. It's his confidence. Once he gets settled and confident, I actually thought he played quite well against PSV. It's coming. It's coming. So I'm going to lay off him for a season because it took Odegaard and Ramsdale that little bit of time to gel in and fit into what Arteta wants. But Arteta knew what he had there.
Well, Fabio Vieira as well.
Look at him, man. A different player.
Yeah, look, the fans, not the fans, a lot of fans were calling for Fabio Vieira's head last season. And he just arrived from another country. He just
Still a young man.
People were calling for his head, this, that. Now look, everyone's like, why ain't he playing? Get him in the team. Blah, blah, blah. Listen, just wait a second. When you've come from that dog shit at Chelsea, like, what do you expect?
Yeah.
You know?
And do you know what as well? Coming from Chelsea, where probably, if everyone's honest, they were just doing whatever they wanted. You know, there was no management or style or anything there. The players were running the roost, and
no cohesion, nothing.
Yeah. And so he's probably got to get that out of his mindset that he's not one of the top boys there. Because at Chelsea, obviously, he scored the winning goal in the Champions League final. That gives you instant status, doesn't it? Well, now he's got to work for that status at Arsenal. He's not. He's just another player now, isn't he? Yeah,
because you've come into a team that everyone gels, everyone's sort of in a good vein of form.
Yeah.
And if you come in and your vein of form ain't really up there, you've got to sort of get yourself to that level. But listen, the manager's got trust in him.
Yeah.
And hopefully that can give him that extra edge to push him forward.
And the fact he has got Vieira breathing down his neck now.
Yeah, well, this is it. He's got Vieira on his neck. Literally, like, Vieira's there, ready to jump in if you ain't playing properly. But hopefully, listen, he comes good. Because
let's have it right as well. Arteta's ruthless. Look at the way that with the whole Ramsdale and Raya thing. You know, he don't mind, because I'm thinking about it the other day when Ramsdale came in, he just got rid of Leno straight away, didn't he? He went, right, Ramsdale's my number one now. And I genuinely don't think that is the case with Raya. I think what he's put, again, saying to my boy as a Gooner as well, I was saying, I wonder if he said to him at the beginning of the season, you're going to play for 5, you're going to play for 5, and he's just giving them blocks of 5 games so that so they still feel they're all that they're both part of the squad or whatever. It might just be doing that.
So now that's what I wanted to get into.
Go on.
Ramsdale versus Raya.
Yeah.
What are you thinking? That is what you're thinking.
Well,
you reckon
I also
go with 5 and 5 or something like that.
I wonder if he's done that, but I also think, do you know what? I mean, maybe I'm just naive and a bit silly, but I think what he's told everyone is true. Yes, goalkeeping is a very specialised position, but it also means you need to have a specialised keeper. So if you're playing against Everton, you know they're going to start lumping the balls into the box. Add the geezer that caught the most amount of crosses last year in the Premier League, don't you? You don't have Aaron Ramsdale who caught like the third least. You bring in, Raya. That's Raya's speciality. He comes, and when he does catch the ball, it sticks, doesn't it? When he's got it, it's just so. Yeah. I'm going to go. Like I say, maybe it's foolish naivety. Maybe it's just because I'm loving what he's doing with the club at the moment. But I'm going to go with what he says, and he's just picking them based on the opponents and what's in front of them. Yeah,
well, to be fair, I'm not going to lie. At the beginning, I thought that is the case because isn't De Zerbi, he's doing something similar?
He is, yeah.
With Steele and the other keeper they've got, where he's given them like 2-2-2-2 sort of thing. Yeah. And listen, it will be a good shout if he went for something like that. But there is something that's telling me he's picked Raya as his number one. I think if you go back to before Ramsdale, if you remember, we went in for Raya Brentford knocked us back.
Yeah.
And told us that's not enough. So we stepped away and went to go and get Ramsdale. Now he's got his number one. His number one.
Oh, hello. Oh, he dropped out.
Yeah, you back?
Yeah. I think that was the light bulb moment, Ant. Because I think I just realised. I think you might be right. Do you reckon he went for Ramsdale as a stopgap until he could get Raya?
I think that.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I reckon that's what it is. Feels harsh because Ramsdale did get us to the Champions League, got us to the promised land.
Yeah.
But I think Arteta's got the keeper he wanted in the end.
Yeah, you're right there, man. Because the goalkeeper coach raves about Raya, didn't he? He was saying he feels he's the best goalkeeper in the Premier League, didn't he?
To be fair, right there, you know? He's up there. He's up there because.
What you mean? He's better than you're not having him. You're not having Onana above him. You thought I was being serious for a second, then I had you.
No, mate. Listen, for a second, I was thinking you were coming with Edison or Allison. I heard Onana. I was thinking, what? No way, mate. Absolute pants.
Oh, but my word.
For me, like, I'm not gonna lie. I go with Raya over Ramsdale. I think he's just that bit mature, or that bit more mature in goalkeeping years. He seems more assured when he comes for the ball with his feet. I feel more comfortable with Raya there. I don't know about yourself. If you sort of can't tell them apart, because I know a lot of us, we can't really. It's tough, isn't it? It's tough.
Yeah, because I mean, to be fair, look, Everton really didn't pose a problem. That I genuinely thought that Beto that they've got up front would do more against us, but he just looked like a tank. He had no pace or anything, did he? He didn't trouble us at all. No. And then PSV, I mean, they got a couple of crosses and stuff, but again, they didn't really get shots off. So we haven't really seen the best of Raya as a shot stopper at Arsenal. We've seen him at Brentford. We know what he can do at Brentford.
Yeah.
But what I have got from it, I don't know how you feel about this, but for the first time since probably Lehmann or maybe even when Maniga stepped in for Seaman, but I'm not scared of either goalkeeper now.
No,
I mean? Like, before you were like, oh, if we lose our number one goalkeeper, we're in trouble because our number two is rubbish. But now you're like, okay, well, if we haven't got him, we've got him. That's fine.
And you know what? This is what's going to help us over the season in the long term. Because it feels like we've got that for every position. There was another position just like that I was going to ask you about. Trossard coming in for Martinelli.
Yeah.
How do you feel Trossard's performed?
Listen, I can't speak highly enough about him. I know. Again, I was listening to Talk Shite the other day, and one of those guys was saying I think it was Andy Townsend, saying they were talking about how Brighton have bought cheap and sold massively high, and how once they leave Brighton, they don't do anything. And he was talking about Trossard not delivering. I'm like, I don't know what you're watching. Yeah, he might not have scored loads of goals for us, but he's not playing in that position for us like he did for Brighton, did he? I just think he's genuinely was one of the signings of the transfer window last winter. I just think he just, again, like I say, I don't feel worried. I'm going to go back to the Invincibles, but like if Pires wasn't playing, they brought in Wiltor. Fine, I'm happy with that. That ain't got a problem with that whatsoever. Now, if Martinelli's not there, okay, we'll bring Trossard in. And then if he really wants, he can bring in Emil Smith-Rowe. He can play on the left wing. So, it's why wouldn't you want all that competition for places? That's what you want. The only place we're really weak is left back.
Yeah.
Now that we got rid of Tierney, who obviously his face didn't fit, did it?
No.
You know, and going back as well, you just made me think as well about the whole goalkeeper thing. After the Everton game, Arteta came out, didn't he? And he said about what did he say? He said, "Oh, there were some games I wish I could have changed it last year." I think towards the end of the season last season, he saw something in Ramsdale where we were getting caught out by quick goals, or his concentration sort of lapsed towards the end of big games, like the 3-0 at Southampton. I'm not blaming him for all the goals, but I think he looked at that and thought, "Oh, maybe there's something there."
I felt like, for me, I felt watching Ramsdale getting to the end of the season, I felt like he lost a bit of confidence.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was a couple mistakes he'd made, and because you see from that All or Nothing documentary, he's a very sort of heart on the sleeve sort of
He's
guy.
intense as well, isn't
he? Yeah. He's very sort of everything. He leaves everything out there where it's difficult. I don't know what Rare's like, but it feels like he's very sort of solemn. You know what I mean?
He's just, like you said earlier on, he's just more assured in himself, isn't he? He knows where he is as a goalkeeper. Whereas Aaron Ramsdale, like I say, he came in, everyone was slating him, and he can't get past Pickford in the England goal or whatever. But I think maybe, like you're right, I think maybe he's so introspective that he's probably, and Arteta's probably thinking he could have, if he'd have had a decent goalkeeper instead of Matt Turner, he could have taken Ramsdale out the firing line a little bit when those goals were going in, and like the two alls, the West Ham and the Liverpool games, he could have given him a rest after one of those or whatever and gone, come on, have 5 minutes out. And he just didn't feel like he could do that.
Yeah,
and I think maybe now he's got that opportunity.
No, well, this is it now. Listen, we've got keepers.
Yeah, and we've got strikers. Look at the difference Jesus makes up front, man. I mean, we've said before, we're both big fans of Eddie, but the difference when Jesus is playing.
Yeah, it's another level.
Isn't it?
I wanted to go back to the Trossard Martinelli thing.
Go on.
I was going to ask you, who would you go with when Martinelli's back? Would you stick with playing Martinelli as our first choice left forward, or do you think Trossard's done enough to get that place?
It's one of those things, isn't it? Because I'm stupidly loyal. I'm one of those people that think if you come in and you get your place, you have to lose it rather than the other person comes back. Do you know what I mean? So Trossard would have to have 3 or 4 games, which is really harsh on Martinelli because he is top draw. But I think he has to wait his turn. If Trossard carries doing the business,
doing what he's doing, yeah, definitely.
How can you? I mean, imagine that would just destroy your confidence. When you come in, you score. So the last 2 games, he scored a great goal against Everton, up by Saka. Scored a goal against PSV by Saka. He set another goal up. If he's doing that and then gets dropped because Martinelli's fit, you're like, ouch.
What do you have to do? Yeah, what do you have to do to be in this team? Like, it becomes a sort of agenda thing, doesn't it?
Yeah, and what you don't want that, but because that's what happened with like the likes of Aubameyang and Lacazette and stuff, when it's like everyone knew they weren't getting in ahead of them.
No.
So there's got to be that bit of jeopardy where like I'm going to have to play my best all the time, otherwise someone comes in. Whereas if you're just getting dropped just because that person's coming back fit, you're like, well, what's the point of me being here? I'm just keeping the shirt warm till he gets fit. That ain't right.
Yeah. It's true.
Having said that, I bet he does start Martinelli if he's fit for the effort on Sunday.
And this is it. Like, for me, I'm a massive fan of Trossard. I think I'm not going to lie to you. I think top 3 is definitely in the top 3 players in our team. Like,
skill, ability wise, definitely.
That's how much I'm feeling what he's doing and what he's been doing since he's joined the club.
Yeah.
Like, I think he is top draw.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like he's top draw. He goes left, he can go right.
He can play down the middle, can't he?
Play down the middle. He can do it all.
Yeah. The only thing that Martinelli's really, really, really got over him is his pace.
Yeah.
Yeah,
listen, Trossard's even got the decision making over Martinelli, and I'm not trying to on Martinelli because at the end of the day, I love what he does.
Yeah.
You know, but he feels like a young boy to Trossard. Do you know what I mean? Trossard. Like when I'm watching play, it feels like you can see a grown man playing.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and I think again he's got that decision making. Sometimes Martinelli's decision making, he'll take a shot on when it's not really on, whereas Trossard will only take the shot on if that's the only option. He will pass the ball for a better, won't he?
Yeah, and that's it. And even the other way around, where Martinelli might try to take on a player. Do you know what I mean? When you're thinking, what, don't take him on. Just pass it, and do you know what I mean? But listen, he's getting with it, and I think his unpredictability is what Arteta loves about Martinelli.
Yeah, 100%.
And what we all love about Martinelli is that unpredictability.
Yeah.
But
I mean that goal that was ruled out against Everton, what a finish that was! You know, at the speed he was doing that at,
Henry-esque.
It was, wasn't it?
Henry-esque.
Isn't it a nice dilemma to have though? Rather than who do we put up front, Marouane Chamakh or Yaya Sanogo? We've gone from those two to actual proper quality players.
Stop it! It's a Yaya Sanogo.
Still one more FA Cups than Harry Kane.
Hey, come on, Yaya.
I was saying the other night, that's the first time I've ever cheered a Harry Kane penalty when he wasn't wearing an England shirt. I was just loving that moment.
Have you seen that clip going around of Henry when he's interviewing Harry Kane?
And he says he looked good in red and white.
Yeah, you see the way Harry Kane sort of stopped and he's like, I don't know how to reply to this.
That's quality. I love Henry on the box. Do you know he's under 21 French manager now, isn't
he? Yeah. I saw that. Congratulations to him.
There's someone else with him as well, isn't it? Another ex-player. There's two of them doing it.
Mate.
That's a bit of a... Because didn't he manage Monaco?
Yeah. He was at Monaco.
Yeah.
Oh, hopefully he can start getting his career moving, man.
It'd be nice to bring him back to the club and let him get his badges and stuff with us.
Well, that's it. What it's difficult. It's the whole sentimental thing. Sometimes it doesn't work out. And
Ljungberg.
It's you're like sort of like what you're doing, scratching your head, like
and going in and out of focus.
Bit out of focus.
The thing is, as well, half those players won't even know who he is anymore. That's the scary thing.
You've got to know the king. All right. So, what lineup for the weekend, man? Because we spoke a bit about the North London derby.
Yeah.
What's your lineup? Who are you going with, man?
So back four picks itself. Obviously, it's going to be Zinni, Gabriel, Saliba, and White. I actually think he's going to pick Ramsdale because I think he's got that little bit of needle and that little bit of fire for a North London derby. It might be that he might pick it the other way around because Raya hasn't got that intensity. He hasn't been involved in one and he's not quite involved. But I think he will. I think he'll want that bombastic, come on lads, let's stick it up him.
Yeah.
Especially because it's at home. He'll want to get the crowd fired up. What do I think and who do I want to stick in midfield? If it was me on form, it would be Rice, Odegaard, and Vieira. But I think he'll start with Rice, Odegaard, and Havertz, and it'll be Saka, Jesus, and I think he'll stick with Trossard.
Okay, yeah.
What about you?
I think I'll go with that team. To be fair, I think he'll go with Raya in goal. I think Ramsdale, he's been there, done it, and for those reasons, like you said, is what he might do. He might go with Ramsdale because Ramsdale knows about the North London derby. He's been part of it, very passionate. But like you said, I can't disagree with you. He might go with Ryan because less passion, more get the job done sort of thing.
Like it's just another game to him, isn't it?
Yeah, play the game, not the occasion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think for outfield players, playing the occasion, sometimes it's a bit of fun. But for a goalkeeper, you want less drama. Do you know what I mean? I think people don't like dramatic keepers unless it sort of Yeah, it's difficult, man. It's difficult. We've got two great goalkeepers.
Yeah, what's he done to us? What's Arteta done to us, man?
Yeah. He's left us in a pickle, man. As for the midfield, I'll go with Rice, Odegaard. Like you said, I think he's going to go with Havertz because he did play him against PSV. I don't know if he's trying to keep his legs warm for that, for the game on the weekend. But hopefully he goes with Vieira because I think Vieira deserves the start.
Yeah, I mean, he came against PSV and was lively and tricky again, wasn't he? And I think, what's that, mate?
No, I was saying I think he deserves the start.
Yeah, definitely. And you look at the way that Arteta made the subs on Wednesday. He had North London derby on his mind, didn't he? He was resting players early. He don't normally make that many changes that early, does he?
Yeah.
You know,
we got game one, got them off, got the rest of the squad on, and yeah, Starboy on the right.
Gotta be.
Jesus he's looking good, man. He's back full effect, back fit, firing.
That goal.
Let's go, man.
That goal, man. That control where he just with his studs and it was just spinning back and then just smacks it. Come on. I mean, that's FIFA stuff, isn't it?
It was like a dart. That was one. And hopefully my guy Trossard, man, like keep it coming, man. Like he's just one touch, not even one touch. He's just finishing it. Bang.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like the ball comes to him. Like,
I mean, the goal against Everton, no one thinks he's shooting there from that. The way that ball was coming and the angle his body was at, no one's thinking he's getting a shot on target there. But Trossard somehow manages it.
He's icy. He's ice cold.
Isn't it?
I mean, like I said on that tweet, he only scores bangers.
He does only score bangers.
He only scores bangers. He doesn't like tap-ins, mate.
He's not a great goal scorer, but he's a scorer of great goals.
There you go. Boom. Hey, and I think we'll end it on that. Listen, John, thank you, bro.
No worries, fella.
Thank you. And listen, you know what? Since you're off and you're about, next week we'll catch up.
Yeah.
We'll catch up in the week and we'll dissect the North London derby because
early doors,
Yeah. Usually we don't we try to meet up once a week at the end of the week to get ready for the weekend. But yeah, we'll try and do a little special midweek catch up, man.
And maybe we'll try and do a watch along one night as well.
Oh yeah, that'd be sick.
Yeah,
that'd be sick.
Well, I might just be us going that. 5 minutes, not saying a word.
Yeah, stressed out. Put what hair we've got left.
Yeah, I can't.
Out of my beard, you out of your head. Oh, mate, nightmare. But yeah, man. Hopefully, it all goes well, man.
Yeah, hopefully we've got a good one to do next week. Hopefully. Oh, quickly before you go, score then. Let's go score.
Oh yeah, scores at the doors. Do you know what? I'm confident. I'm feeling 3-1. 3-1 goal scorers.
Always going goal scorers as well.
Yeah, goal scorers as well, mate. Gabriel Jesus, Trossard, and Odegaard.
Cool. I'm going to go, right? I'm going to go 1-0 to Arsenal, obviously.
Yeah.
And I'm going to borrow what my boys. My boy's got the new kit, but he's got nothing on the back of it. And he said if Havertz scores the winner in the NLD, he'll get Havertz 29 on the back. So I'm going to go 1-0 Arsenal, Havertz to win it. What a way to break your duck. That's
good sport.
It's going that way, man.
Good sport, mate. Good sport. Yeah, man. All right, mate.
Cool.
Bro, thank you for having you.
Thank you for having me on board again, fella. I love it.
Yeah, man. And look, we'll catch up soon.
Yep.
Hopefully next week. But yeah, man, listen, I'll send you a message when the game's on, after the game's done. Yeah. Hopefully
I might have a PC left.
Hopefully it's all smiles, mate. Hey, listen, please, guys, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And yeah, man.
Nice one.
Keep it moving. See you later. Peace.
Bye all.